Hey guys, what's up? This is my face, by the way. And my name's Aiden, if I've never said it. Okay, so recently I've been pretty bored. There's not much to do, right? So I was sitting there, I was thinking, I'm like, hey, I have a Spanish YouTube channel. Maybe I should actually learn Spanish and upload it for the first time in a while. So I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, wait, how do you even learn Spanish at home when you're not in school? Or studying with a tutor or anything? How do you even do that? So I went about it and I created six six ways on how to improve your Spanish or just any other language in general. However, this will be geared towards Spanish, but it can apply to any other language too. So my goal is to be bilingual, or at least in Spanish for now, or any other language. And these six ways definitely can help you improve. And even when the coronavirus ends, you can definitely all do these. I did some of them before the coronavirus even started, like back last year. Okay, tip number one, and this is definitely the most common one, and you most likely do this, but I just kind of want to get it out of the way. So it's watch movies or TV shows in your target language. This helps so much. For example, I just watch Netflix or Disney Plus. I'll watch things with Spanish subtitles usually. I usually also watch it with Spanish audio. Disney Plus has a lot of that, and their classic Disney movies and stuff. And with this, you get to learn vocab in specific situations. So, for example, if you watch, say, The Little Mermaid or something weird like that in Spanish, you learn all the vocab about sea things. You learn what a trident is for Poseidon, or what a mermaid is, una sirena. I know that, it's stuck in my head. The movie Turbo, about the racing snail, something like that. I watched part of it, and I didn't get much out of it. I don't necessarily like the movie, but I learned what the word snail was in Spanish, and I'm definitely going to remember that because they said it so much in the movie. So now I have that stuck in my mind for the rest of my life. By the way, it's caracol, if you're wondering, I think, hopefully. That wouldn't be good if it's not. Okay, so that's the first tip. Okay, tip number two, and this is probably the most interesting one to me, and the one that actually helped me the most probably out of all of them. So it's to go a certain duration of time speaking only in that language. And what this helps you to do is once you get stuck at some word and you need to say something that you maybe never thought of before, then you'll be forced to go look the word up so then you can say it. So for example, talk to a friend or family member who might speak in the language, or someone you know. You could probably call anyone up and they'd be down to talk. And it forces you to learn new words. So for example, you never think of this word just trying to go about learning a new language, like the word pretend or something. I never thought about that. But once I was speaking in Spanish and I had to use the word pretend, I forgot the context, but whatever. And I had literally no clue how to say it. And this person was only fluent in Spanish. They didn't speak much English. They didn't understand the word pretend. So I just took my phone and looked it up. And that's that. So when I say duration of time, that can mean go 1 hour speaking the language, maybe a whole day, 24 of these. Try that. Interesting. Spend 10 minutes talking to someone only in the language. Next is to read in your language, and that sounds very vague. And one thing that can help you hone in your reading is to read articles. And by this, I mean read articles about the coronavirus, something you don't know. So for example, if you're learning Vietnamese, read about COVID-19 in Vietnam. That's interesting to learn about because you're learning stuff you most likely didn't know. Or for example, another language like French, where there's tons of countries that speak it. You can learn something new about each one of those countries and you look up just an article about it. So I think that really helps to read different articles in the target. So fourth tip that I have is to listen to music in your target language. So don't just really listen to music. It doesn't really help you. I mean, I definitely gained some words by listening to certain songs in Spanish, like slower ones, typically. But there are certain apps. For example, one I have is called Lyrics Training. That one kind of helps me. And you fill in the blank to a song. So it'll take usually the chorus of it or something, and it will just ask you to you'll hear them say it and you'll hear the word. And Lyrics Training specifically does not, but there are definitely other ones I've seen before that will say it in English and say it in Spanish at the top. So you can also guess to fit it in, and then you understand certain words in context and all that. So it really helps hone in your Spanish knowledge or any other language. Okay, next, fifth tip. So this one's very interesting, I think. So basically, write a story in your target language. So languages that have different symbols, so for example, Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Hindi, something like that. That's best, I think, to do this with. However, you can do it in any of them. And what this will get you to do is to increase your writing knowledge and what you can write with it. So thinking of words on the spot, and definitely if you're in school, you're gonna have to be writing essays in the language, or at least I did. So I think it definitely help. And then once you're done, send it to a friend you might have who speaks the language, or just someone. You can probably find anyone easily, really, and they can read over it and give you knowledge and feedback on what it says. So this one is just kind of ask for help. I mean, it's pretty simple. So there are definitely people who speak the language because most languages have over a million people, and there's not 100% a point if no one speaks the language to learn it. So talk to them, get them clarified, find them, have a conversation, ask them questions, and simple as that. Okay, thank you all for watching, and that's 6 tips. I have six tips I have to learning a language faster during the coronavirus break. Thanks for watching, and one thing I want to say is this is not a real mic. So sorry if the audio is bad. It's just for decoration. Well, it's a real mic, but it's no wire. All right, thanks for watching.